podcast, ladies and gents. We hope you're feeling fly and good and enjoying this summer so far. Today, we're going to be talking about lifestyle. So, what's your style in life? What do you want out of life?
Whoa.
That's a loaded question.
That's a hot topic. That is big.
It is big.
I don't even know where to begin.
No, neither do I.
What you thinking? Okay, so what do I want out of life?
Yeah, you go, Asa. Tell us.
You know what I want out of life? I want experiences. I want joyful experiences. I want to grow. I want to travel. I want to meet amazing people and get into trouble, but not too much trouble. You know, just enough to be like, I did that. And it was badass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's cool that you said experiences because I was actually reading a bunch of articles and they say that millennials, what they want most out of life is not necessarily things, it's more experiences. You know what I mean?
I'm not lacking that in my life.
No, but you know, I think that's why we see more, we even see it in our financial models, like, and it's more of a sharing system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Uber and things like that. It's like, we would rather share the things that we have. Like not everybody needs to have a car now. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? It's like our mentality is kind of shifting because now if we're sharing that leaves me more money to get more experiences.
It's true.
You know?
Less stuff to worry about. The sharing economy, essentially.
Exactly. Thank you. That's
someone else.
exactly what I was looking for.
Well, it's like the bicycles. Like that's for one. I used to always have a bicycle, which was kind of great, you know. But you have to take care of it. You have to, you know, fix the whatever, all that stuff, and that's how you know I don't have a car. Because I'm like, if I'm stressed out about taking care of a bicycle, I do not want a car. And now I love it. We have Bixie, and I get to just hop on whenever I feel like.
Hop on and hop off.
Now, you guys are talking about sharing.
Yeah.
What
Right.
do you mean?
Well, in the sense that it's like, okay, if I take the context of Uber, you know, I don't have to have a car. Like we're all using that service together, you know?
I've always used taxis, people. Nothing new.
I totally get it.
Yeah, well,
but Uber
is kind of
is very, it's less expensive. Like you can tell, like it's a real.
Yeah, but could I say something on that? It depends. It's good we're talking about lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because there's a price and another way to pay for that. Like I'm somebody, I like to call, I want my car to be there right away. I don't want to get on technology and go through apps and whatever, even though it's going to be maybe like a $4 difference. I'd rather pay the $4 and get my taxi right away.
Right.
And that's like, I guess that's part of my lifestyle. I kind of like that. I'm into service.
Yeah.
I hear
And
you.
I'll pay for it. If I get good service, I'll pay for it. But I get where everything's going as far as like Uber and the big C's, and now they got these little cars too.
Car to go.
Yeah.
Car to go.
They're cute. I like it.
They're cute. They remind me of Lego cars. I would never take one.
Why not?
And
Why
it's
not?
ironic because they're parked right at the bottom of my building
Yeah.
where I live. It works like Big C, but for cars.
But why wouldn't you take one?
To me, I don't know. I need to have my own car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to take a car and have to park it somewhere and all of this. Like, I'd just rather call a cab. Take me here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm paying anyways. I guess it'd be practical versus what would be the flip side of practical.
Just your design, just what you want.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to tippy-toe around this. I do like luxuries.
That's
Luxury,
it. That's
exactly.
it. I honestly, we're talking about money well spent. You know, investing in something important to you. And I think that the best money I've ever spent has been on a trip, has been on traveling. Like
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
something I never regret. Like I can see the money go down in my bank account, but I know that not only am I gonna go there and experience something different, and I always come back enriched and changed after a trip.
But lifestyle also affects travel.
That's it.
And
That's what
I guess it would affect your experience or your adventure, because if you're gonna go, I don't know, put a pack sack and go across Europe,
yeah.
okay,
Euro trip.
opposed to like staying in 4 or 5-star hotels and eating, you know, they're both good depending on what your lifestyle is.
Exactly.
Right.
So what is like your everyday lifestyle? Would you say you're simplistic, economic? Would you say that you're, I don't know, modest? Are you mainstream? Are you hipster? Like, what's your lifestyle?
I don't know.
Are you a baller?
I don't know about having a label for it, but I find that I'm very, very fortunate in my life that
Artsy.
I don't have to have, like you guys were talking about routine earlier.
Yeah.
I don't have to have a specific routine. I thrive when I have options and choices and can now make those things work for me. So that is important to me, which is why I wonder sometimes, okay, if I want to be a mother, how's that going to
Miss
work?
Lady Andy, you're a gypsy at heart.
Yeah. So I got
You're
to
a modern day, you're a modern day gypsy woman.
I am a gypsy, and it's funny
But your
because
spirit.
Yeah.
Definitely a free spirit.
Well, I was thinking about all the people who have made it possible for me to live the life that I have today. And it started off with my grandmother. My grandmother had my mom when she was in her 40s at the time, which was rare. And she had her with...
Which was unthinkable.
Unthinkable. And she had her with a black man. With a man, yeah. With a black man in the 50s. And
And your grandmother was from where?
Germany. And so when I hear about like how she even decided to come here in a time when women had a role, like they were mothers, they were raised to become wives and mothers, and they were attached to the family, and then when they're not attached, and so on and so forth. The fact that she just decided on her own one day and said, you know what, Germany, I feel like leaving.
I'm done with you.
I'm done with
I'm
you.
out.
Yeah, she would tell me stories about how she would want to go on boat rides and, you know, the boats that would go around for a couple of days in Germany and
The
wine
cruises?
design. The cruises and it wasn't something her sisters did. Her sisters had plans to raise their families and she wanted to just be free.
Yeah.
So she came here and like she opened the door for me to actually have that spirit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You know?
Yeah, wow. It's like she gave that space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she could do that in, you know, the 40s, what she did in the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s, I feel that I should be able to consider my choices in 2015.
So how would you say that you live? Like, what's your lifestyle? What is one day in the shoes of Miss Lady Andy?
Oh my God.
Unpredictable.
Wherever she flies that
Unpredictable.
day, whatever
Unpredictable.
flower she wants to smell.
Yeah, unpredictable. And gosh, this is a hard question to answer.
Right?
It really is unpredictable.
And
It
it's
really
super
is.
personal.
It's
We could
really-
actually do this in a fun way. How
Yeah.
about we kind of say that about each other?
Okay, sure.
That could be fun. I
Yeah.
think we know each other so well
Yeah.
that it maybe because it's harder when you're like, okay, well, this is my style, but I think let's try something fun.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
since we started with Miss Lady Andy, let's just kind of wrap it up. You know, like I said, like I feel like Sib said, like you're a gypsy at heart,
She is.
like very spiritual, and I think that I feel there's that sense of like unpredictability, but it's not, it's unpredictable, but it's so endearing.
Yeah, it's not reckless.
No, exactly, it's not reckless.
I think like on a typical day with Lady Andy, I've gone on walks by the water. Her place is so well decorated and
So
fun.
her,
And, it's
artsy.
so artsy and free flowing, and it's always every time I go there, I'm like, I should change the decor in my place.
But guess what? Every time you go to Miss Lady Andy's place, the decor is never
It
the
changes.
same.
It's not the same,
Exactly, it changes, and I
How
love
many
that.
times do you change around your furniture?
She wouldn't know. She just does it, right?
From the very beginning, from the very beginning, I always knew I wanted to be able to create in my space, and I always knew I wanted to be able to receive friends and family. I've always wanted to be open so that they can come whenever they wanted to, and I could still do whatever I had. Like they would come and be able to take care of themselves. But you know, you only have so much space. This is Canada, you know, so there's only so much space. So furniture, I always wanted to have wheels or something you could pick up and had more than one use. You know, so it's not just a couch. It's this. It can double up so I can be efficient. That's why the furniture.
Efficient and creative at the same time.
Very
Absolutely.
creative because there's always decor. There's always something artistic.
Yeah, and she's always spritzing something in the air, or you
and
know,
tea time.
and tea time.
And she cooks, man.
She cooks
Yeah.
like a queen.
Okay, my God, my face.
You know, it's kind of an adventure.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
It's an adventure, but
It's
you feel
like
safe.
Miss Lady Andy's adventure. It's like
Yeah, go on the adventure with
Yeah.
Miss Lady Andy.
Yeah.
In Wonderland.
Well, for me personally, I think it's always comforting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm at your place, and I really feel your energy through all of it. You know, from decor, and I find it's a reflection of who you are. So it's, to me, I see you as a free spirit and a pretty butterfly.
Yeah.
So that's, to me, and I can relate because of the artistic. So, yeah.
And the cool thing too that I can add is that I've gotten to meet, like I said, I really enjoy meeting interesting, cool people and say, oh my god, I know this guy, I know this girl, they're really awesome, and their awesomeness somehow relates to mine.
Right.
Well, it's a part of you. There's always a part of you in
everyone.
whoever.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
But that's what I love is that Miss Lady Andy also hosts a lot of different evenings, and that's where I've gotten to meet a lot of interesting people and had really cool
me too.
conversations. And to this day, I've connected with people that I'm really glad I met.
Yeah, me
Through
too.
her. So you know what you are also? You're a connector.
Yeah.
That's a true thing. I can say that because I'm a connector too.
She seeked me out.
Bam.
She seeked me out.
I did.
And then she kidnapped me. And not the way Rihanna does, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
No, she spritz me with gold glitter. She spritz me with gold glitter. That'll just tell you how it is.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, it's really like I'm tearing up.
No. We love you. Okay, do me now. Do me now. Yes.
Oh.
Wait,
we didn't know it was that type of content.
Miss Lady Annie wants to close up.
Okay, do it.
Sorry.
I just want to say this.
That the lioness.
I am woman, hear me wrong. No, but when you guys were speaking, I was starting to tear up because everybody has self doubts. You know, some days you walk in, you're like, I feel like I am screwing up every aspect of my life. So to hear that the things that I have originally dreamt of, even as a child, just putting them into like this is what I want to be and what I have and do, to hear that it's actually happening. You know, it's really something. I really appreciate it. Thank you, girls, so
Cheers
much.
to
I
that.
love you guys so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
man. Me too. Liking
Thank
this.
you.
What's your lifestyle?
All right.
Okay, so Diane, so I don't know, for the people listening, you may or may not know, but she is my sister.
The secret is out. Dum dum dum.
We grew up together. I know this girl very well.
All this is.
Yes, don't dish it out.
Hot sisters.
Yes, she's black
that's
chocolate. But I can honestly say that wherever you go, people gravitate towards you because you have a way of making people feel comfortable and you make people laugh. Like, you're one of the funniest people I know, you know? and whatever, for people listening, if you were to hang with Dee for a day, man, you probably wouldn't remember the last time you laughed like that, you know? That's one thing I really, really find awesome about my sister about Dee, is that, you know, wherever she goes, laughter follows.
Oh man.
What's her
I'll take
lifestyle?
that.
How would you say her lifestyle?
Her lifestyle, I
Laughter.
mean, it's really ever changing. You're an artiste. What would you say?
Can I play it out?
I see. It's funny because you are an artist.
Yeah.
Your lifestyle is very personable, like just personal of you. You put it your touch, but to me, you're the representation, also with your man, of really the modern day couple.
Right. You hear that, love?
Oh, really? I do see them very modern, practical but classy.
Yes.
But practical.
On point.
You know, like Dee was bringing up Uber, this, that. They're on point with like what's going on.
It's true.
You know, they're very good with their finances.
Yes. Oh my
very
God.
organized, very structured. They have goals. They keep to it. Very modern day, almost futuristic type of couple.
It's true. And one thing I
That's the way
admire.
it's
true. It's true.
But because there's artistic
yeah.
through the modern and through the practical, because you guys are like no nonsense. That's their
It's
style.
true. It's true.
There's no nonsense. It's like, you know, what you see is what you get. This is what it is. You know? But there's always this style. Like they you know, there's always
got
that one
flair.
piece.
Yes.
Even when you dress, like there's always that, you know, you're practical, but there's that piece that is like stylish.
It
you know?
flows.
And it's you're edgy.
She is edgy
You
as
know
hell.
what, ladies?
Very, very edgy.
All I have to say is that and to our listeners, we're not even done. But this is like, you need to do that with your friends.
Do it.
Awesome, right?
That's awesome.
Exercise.
One other thing I wanted to add before I forget is that I love that in the winter, while everyone's stuck in their apartments, be like, I hate Montreal. Why are we living in Canada? Why winter?
Proactive.
They go.
They're proactive,
skiing.
man.
They go skiing. They go snowboarding. They go for hikes.
Yeah.
They travel. I find that awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're snowboarding this winter. I'm like, that's amazing.
No, it's very. That's how I see you guys. Very proactive, very
Yeah.
organized, structured.
Right.
Like I said, no nonsense. So you would think it would be a very, or organic or simplistic style that would go with that, and it's not. There's always flair. Like if you go out to their house, there's style, there's flair, even the way you dress. There's always, you're practical, but there's always that style, and classy.
Hashtag edgy.
Dang.
But definitely edgy and modern.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I agree. I find that you flow. You flow. Like when I see you, you flow. Like your clothes are always you don't look like you're wearing like a high structured designer piece, although you would never know. Like you do right now, actually, your jacket does. But it flows with whatever you feel like wearing, and you always look comfortable, and that looks beautiful on you.
Thank you.
Very beautiful.
But like everything that you're saying goes straight to my heart, and it's true. And like Miss Lady Andy said, it's crazy because it's kind of the things that I want to portray. This is the kind of things that are, it's part of me, but this is what I want to push forward, And it's true. I like to be comfortable.
Yeah.
But not like hobo.
Yeah.
no.
Sassy. She's sassy.
Yeah.
Not at all. No, not at all. And another thing I love hearing you talk about finances. I've never been so excited.
They are hilarious.
I love listening to you talk
they're
about
so
money.
funny. They're just like super organized, structured. Like her man called me the other day for some business stuff, and it was like, actually, it was really, it was a pleasure because I'm like, hey, someone finally that's like really organized when they're talking. They're asking pertinent questions.
Yeah.
You
He
So I'm
probably
like,
had
this is
like
so
an
great.
Excel sheet in front of him. Being like,
It was great for me because that's my business side, right? So I actually like enjoy that.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, so organized. I love it. Pertinent questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Questions with answers that go somewhere.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
all right, let's do sibs. Let's do sibs.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to go first. Sibs,
Yeah.
to me, you are very luxurious.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you deserve in life.
Yes.
And you're not afraid to ask for it. You're not afraid to go get it. And you know where you belong. You know that you belong. And all of that together, like I feel like there's a huge artistic side of you. Like you are an artist.
She is.
Yeah.
You are an artist. And then there's also that management, like go-getter. You know what I mean? You're like, no, but it's like the things that go hand in hand that usually don't. Usually it's like kind of hard to find that, like, those two things that are strong in one person. And yeah, so like I think the thing that fascinates me the most about you is how you're not afraid of going for what you want. You're just like, and not even not afraid. You're not even making excuses, and it's not even like, cause I'm gonna make a parallel with my life. Me, sometimes when I'm like unsure, I'm gonna trick myself into being like, oh, I belong, yes. But you, it's not that. It's like, I belong.
That's
what I mean? It's you're confident. You lose confidence.
She does.
You know what I mean?
She does, and it attracts people to you,
but it's genuine.
It
you know
is
what
genuine.
I mean? And it's
That exactly.
powerful.
It is
Yeah.
powerful.
The word I hear in my head when I think of Sybil, the words, one is power.
Yes.
I see the story of power playing itself out. I feel the word deep. Like
Yes.
not open the dictionary and read an article, but like
I'm a little intense.
deep, yeah.
Yeah.
Deep, intense, deep,
Passionate.
Like an ocean.
Like an ocean.
You know what I mean? Like, you know the ocean, like you have like the parts that we've discovered and there's the rest that we don't know about.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
like, there's more of that than the top.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah.
Another one, I'm trying to find a word. It's like truthful. It's truth, like the pure truth of life.
Yeah.
Seems to be something that is about you. It's beautiful, it's deep, it's flawed, it's honest, it's real.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
Luxury.
Oh,
but
yeah.
not just listen, Miss Gucci for Gucci. Okay. Oh, my man just got me some Jimmy Choo.
No,
You
no,
don't
no.
know nothing
No,
about
she knows.
luxury.
No.
Okay.
She knows.
It's like when I was, this is sailing with the
president of whatever.
understanding of luxury, and that's something. It's really humbling, but it's very beautiful. And
With 2 feet on the ground.
with
though.
2 feet on the ground, and even though you're very, very feminine, like we're sitting in your space right now, which it's always very. It's what the word is welcome. It's like. This is a very welcoming space.
Speaking of that,
Haven.
Exactly. I feel like
It's a haven.
every time I'm around you, I'm given the space to be who I am in the moment. I've had moments where I've been bratty as hell around this woman, but I've never felt judged, and that's one thing that I'm really grateful for. And another thing that I find awesome, just the other day I was telling you, we're talking about depth, right? I mean, this woman right here, if you want to find out, what's holding you back, if you want to know the truth about what's going on in your life,
Can you handle the truth? That's the first
Exactly.
question.
That's it. Most times what happens is I'm gonna have my few days where I'm lying to myself at home and trying to convince myself of something, and then the day comes where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call Sybil. So
Because now I'm ready.
Because now I'm ready to hear it. All right, hit me. Tell me what's going on. And she's rarely ever wrong. And I don't know how that fits into lifestyle, but I felt like throwing it out there.
Wait, I want to add
This
something
is
else.
transformed into who are you?
Yes.
It
Yes.
That's part of it, though.
But I want to add
like
something.
it.
I want to
like
add
it.
something.
Yeah.
Something that we didn't say. You're also very sensual.
Yes.
Very sensual. And it's it goes with your confidence.
It's
And-
empowering.
Yeah, and I feel like hanging out with you and like doing this podcast, having you here and all of us here, it kind of, for me, it helped me to just let that part of me out.
Yeah.
Because that's it. You don't make any apologies for it.
For my sensuality?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like you're there and you embrace it and you let it just come out and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
think that
You know what you said about being able to be yourself? I don't think I've ever had I've had many different people with whom I could be myself.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people out there I've got to, have these moments where I'm like, oh, I'm discovering. But to date, I've never met somebody around whom I could explore all of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, the very good parts, the really good parts, for me to be like, I can step in my power when I'm around you because you step into yours. And I can really fall apart because you know what? I need to fall
People
apart.
fall apart
I need
sometimes.
to fall apart, and there's
You've
something
been
to
falling
be,
apart.
Yeah.
and there's something that I need to discover at the bottom there. There's some nugget, and also tapping into shadow, but it's not even shadow. It's like your innate true talents.
Yeah.
And it's not even something that you do on purpose. Like, you do guide, you speak, you offer a space of compassion, but I think it's just a space of compassion where the true talents that you actually do have latently buried somewhere show up.
Thank you.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
very true. Yeah.
You wanna
You're like,
wrap this
You're
up?
like a mirror where we can see ourselves and we can see you because you allow us to see you. So I think that's a depth thing.
Yeah, that's
that's
it.
a nice image.
That's a depth thing.
Scorpio power.
Thank you very much, beautiful compliments. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
But it's true.
Well, they're truths. More than compliments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I think there's many layers to me. Yes, and I'm very, very deep, very intense.
Right.
You've all touched on different layers, so it's interesting to hear. And thank you.
And how would you like
How do I see myself?
like with your lifestyle? Like how does that tie into your lifestyle?
Do you know what? With all of its bad and punches and I don't know cul-de-sacs and all these things, I actually love life.
Yeah.
And I love people. I love everything that life. I hate people too. And
Love and hate. Thin
yeah, it's a thin line, but it's like it's all part of it. I think for me, life's one big adventure, and I'm a very adventurous person. I get high on just experiences and people fascinate me, and what people feel and think and tick and what. Seeing things in people, it moves me, and I'm very passionate about life, and I'm a very passionate person. So I think my lifestyle really reflects that. So there's a side of me, even if you'd see, like, you know, just on the material, there's parts of, like, you know, even my decor that are kind of cold. And I think those are because you guys were like talking about layers and how I let in, but I don't let in everybody. So
whatever we in.
yeah, you're in, and now all of y'all are in. So this is a new thing, new adventure for me. But yeah, so there's that. But then there's colors. I love textures. You know, I do like the finer things in life. I love art, and I think for me, when I say like I like luxury, it's like. I like the freedom. I like having a haven, like Miss Lady Andy said. I like having that, and in my haven have everything that I enjoy. So that's people, food. I love cooking. I love art. So even, you know, if you look at my decor, but there's always little treasures somewhere. I have things from all over the world. I love culture. I love art. It's beauty to me.
Yeah.
And I do like the finer things in life, but I also like very simple things, and that's what a lot of people don't know about me, you know? But I like to have a sanctuary where if I want, which happens quite often, I'd like to put jazz on and have a glass of wine and listen to the rain.
Yeah.
And I'm very content. Or I could sit outside and be very content by water or something. And then the next day I feel like going to have brunch with Lady Andy at the Ritz-Carlton. It depends. It depends on my moods, you know, but I like the freedom to be able to do any of those things.
Well, one thing that could be said about you is when you do take your girlfriends out, you take them out like the, you know, when guys can take a lesson. Really though.
Do you
guys
know why?
can take a lesson.
I'm gonna tell you why. So you said that I'm very confident.
Yeah.
To me, my friends, my family, anybody I love in my life, they're extensions of me. So whatever way I would treat myself and desire for me, I do for my friends or anybody that I love. So I don't think like that. If we're gonna go out, to me, I'm not thinking, okay, I'm doing this for you. It's like, this is what we're doing. And yeah, it requires money, but it's not about if it required money or not. It's the experience. It's that moment. I strive for moments. So, you know, that moment. So whatever I need to do to make those moments happen, that's why I'm a go-getter. That's why, because I believe, I do believe I deserve it. But it's like, it's the freedom of having that. If I want to go to Australia, I want to be able to go experience that or have an adventure, or I don't know, I feel like eating this or I feel like doing that. It's like
No boundaries.
no boundaries.
Yeah.
I don't like to be told no.
It's funny you say no boundaries, and
Yet I have so many. I'm a big contradiction, people.
But it's
I'm an
true.
artist, exactly.
It's true, but it goes both
My
ways with
spirit.
you. Well, that's nice. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for that.
She likes to call the shots.
Yeah.
You on the plate,
Not
girl.
always. No.
Not
Again, contradiction.
That's it.
I like to call the shots in some things, and some things I really don't. And
Yeah.
I'll be a nice little kitty cat. Depends.
Purry.
Lioness, it depends.
I hear
Depends what day you catch me on
you.
and who you is.
So Isa. Well, I'm gonna start because now that the cat is out of the bags, she's my sister. I think you're a very inspiring person. Like you've inspired me throughout my whole life to be free and to not be afraid of what other people are gonna think of you. You're a very mature person. You're an old soul. You're like 400 years old.
No, people, I'm gonna just say it. That she's an 85-year-old woman in a very young woman's
She's
body.
like my little sister, my daughter, and my grandmother. No, great grandmother.
Starting by grandmother.
And my
Great-grandmother.
ancestor, all wrapped up in one.
No, because you have so much wisdom.
Yeah, she does. Very wise.
And you're super sensitive. You feel people. You care about people.
Yeah.
But you're not afraid of what you want. Like ever since you were a kid, ever since you were young, I remember
She's
when
a
I
star, man.
was 16 going to my job, and you're like, why are you doing that? And not because you were lazy or anything. It's just like, why do you keep doing things you don't like? And I was like, looking at you being like, you don't understand life, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, it's like, no, you understand life,
Yeah.
And you've always gone for what felt right. You have always gone for what felt right. So you are an inspiration, and you're so talented.
Thank
And
you.
you're kind,
Yeah.
and like Sib said, like you have the X factor, but you have the X factor all
does.
over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like your beauty, you have the X factor. In your smarts, you have the X factor. In your talent, you have the X. There's always that thing that you have that everybody, me included, you're my sister, and I'm like, damn,
I want what she got.
no,
Big heart.
but that's the thing,
Golden
though.
heart.
Thank you.
You're like, I want what she's got, but it's like from love, you know what I mean? Anyway,
Wow.
bottom line, you got it, girl.
Thank
Yeah.
Very
Go get it.
Very loyal.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. And real.
Integrity.
Real.
And real.
Asa to me is integrity to the fullest.
Yeah.
She's to me as a person, she's like one of the most solid people I know. Just solid. And I always said it about Asa. There is nothing small about Asa except her body. Nothing. She has a big character. She has a big heart. She has big talent. Everything's like grandiose.
Yeah.
Yet there's like a simplicity. Your lifestyle, like just simplicity. And she's like a grandmother would be, because she'd be like, no, gotta get rid of that, gotta do that, But it's like you break the mold. It's like what your sister said. It's like you go to the own beat of your drum.
Yeah.
And
But since the beginning,
it's great to hear that from Dee,
Thank you.
because it's like we know you now.
Yeah.
But hearing you like that as a child, I'm totally not surprised
Yeah.
at all.
Oh man, y'all.
right? That feels so good.
That's so nice.
Thank you.
That's
I want another turn.
But it's true. Like Asa's much younger than me, yet she's one of my biggest teachers.
Yes.
So
Always.
that's a really and it's someone. Asa, you're like someone I trust with my eyes closed. So
Yeah.
man.
Always
Yeah.
inspiring.
Integrity.
Always.
Like integrity.
When I was thinking about, because I was like, what am I gonna say about Asa? Because it's so big,
Yeah, big.
But the
That's
first
how
word
see it.
I came with was inspiration. Inspirational. You're another way as a mirror that allows people to be exactly who they are. In such a safe, like you feel like there's nothing is absolutely gonna go wrong if I'm who I am. Trust is a big word that I have when I think of you.
Yeah.
And when we had this conversation, because you told me once, you're like, everyone keep telling me that I'm a star, and I'm like, I didn't know about this star thing. It was a while ago. You were having a moment.
It ain't happening no more.
She's like, I'm a shining star.
She stepped into them shoes.
I love it. It's like my big life issue is that everybody tells me I'm a star. And Whitney Houston without all the weirdness. And I said, I feel like your fear where stardom might be also, or I was presumptuous, but was that it looks like a lot of people have to pay such a big price for them to be their art, to be their talent, to live their gifts. They go into show business, they lose themselves, they get taken advantage of. And I don't know, but I felt almost like you are the embodiment of all those people have been making wishes to be able to do what they want to do, but walk the streets and still interact with the world and feel free and not get lost in drugs and weird, crazy situations. I feel like you're almost that first celebrity star really who gets to do, I wouldn't even use the word celebrity, but that first star that gets to shine without everybody being in envy and wanting to pull you down. And even if they're there, you're not being affected.
Wow.
Like it's, I don't know.
I mean,
like I feel like you can be, you can be that person.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to live up to that when you think that, oh my God, that is my potential. But I just sit back and like, yeah, she gonna just do everything she got to do now.
Right, that's true.
It's gonna happen. Don't worry about it, darling.
And that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
Ever since, like, forever. I'm like, she good though.
Yeah.
She's fine. She's gonna be fine. She's fine. She's more than fine. Like, I'm never worried about
that
you.
little star that, because I still, no, I'm not saying it, but she's that little star in the sky. She'll always be okay.
Yeah, ladies, thank you. And I'm just gonna. I can't take more of this. It's too much. One thing, no, but I really appreciate it. And once again, for people listening, it really is good for the soul. You guys need to sit down, have a drink with the people you love, and tell each other how much you love each other and why. Because this right here feels amazing, and I'm so grateful because. Honestly, that thing about me being a grandma, I say it day in and day out. I'm like 95 years old inside, and I remember when I was younger feeling really old, and now I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm getting younger because I'm getting to I finally accepted that I am 23. I'm not I'm not 90, and that's great.
She forgets sometimes though, trust me.
I know it's your old soul.
I can see out. Doing your thing and, going out somewhere and, photographers are now starting to do the whole hey, look over here. And rather than falling into the trap, you're like, do you really need right now to be doing that? Really? And they're all like, you know what? I really do need to rethink my choices.
Lady Andy, do you remember, I don't know if you remember this, but when I really knew Asa had a 95-year-old woman in her, is we were in New York City, all right? And we were turned up.
Turned out for what?
Yeah,
apparently vodka is cheaper than water.
Where we were
on a New York City, what was it? The terrace? What was the terrace?
Girl,
it was like we just turned on the tap vodka.
It was like, yo,
happy hour for sure.
That's another story.
New York City was just a long happy hour.
Adventures next. That's a good
adventures. Yeah.
But so we're in the cab. And Asa turns around to both Lady Andy and me, and we're older. We way older than her. And she's like, put on your seatbelts. We're sitting in the back. Well, all right. No, but wait a minute. So we're like, okay, yeah. 2 seconds later, I said, put on your seatbelts. We're like, you're kidding, right? She's like, we're sitting in the back. She goes, I know, put on your seatbelts.
It's like, don't argue too much.
Just do it. Like, damn.
You know what, though? On that, I have to say that I am exactly like that. I'm all about that. I'm like, why aren't you going to put on your seatbelt? And you know what? I know it's like a South American thing about sitting in the back and not putting your seatbelt on.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you Latinos don't give a shit. You're like, oh, we're in the back. What? We're good.
Girl,
Let's get into a
you
crash.
want to know the truth? You want to know the truth, actually?
What?
I was going to say that I was going to totally bullshit my way through that one. But you're right, and it's even worse because actually, we don't got those laws. So if I'm sitting in the front in the passenger seat, I might not put the seatbelt on.
And you know what? There might not even be a seatbelt. I know.
Hey, don't exaggerate. We got luxury cars too.
I know.
Stop.
Y'all got luxury cars, but I ain't gonna lie, Nigeria, like I said, you might sit on the trunk. Seriously, okay?
But
Someone would be like, Auntie, do you have another rapper in the back? I will hold this side, let's go, okay?
Oh my
so
God.
seatbelts are like, this is funny, but anyway.
Oh my
go
God.
on.
But anyways, the way I see
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
right? Because I live my life. Listen, if I'm supposed to die tomorrow, I could die just like going in the hall. You know what I
I
mean?
totally agree.
Like if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die.
I totally agree.
So we're gonna have a
But see,
conversation about
you know
I'm
what?
just saying.
You were talking about no nonsense. Me, I
Yes,
believe
I
in
know.
calculated risks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna calculate my risk. I can die, or this
Yes,
seatbelt
of
can
course, but
save
when
my
they say
life.
practicality-
You're like,
Excuse me, I don't want my premiums on my insurance to go up. We've already
Girl.
calculated how much we want to pay for the next 5 years.
But this is great.
Exactly.
See, I got this mapped out, right? This is great to have friends like this. Because, you go CD for accounting.
You do though.
You do.
Yes.
Listen, this woman sat down with me a couple of weeks ago. I didn't ask her. She put all my finances on an Excel sheet.
Bam.
No, real talk.
No, we're talking.
She
I was
said-
just like, sorry, what is that number? Yes,
She did.
yes.
No, we were just chilling. Like, this was not a planned thing, people. I did not call Dee up and said, yo, could I meet up with you? I need some help in my No. We were just chilling at my house, and I was talking, and it's exactly what she just said. I was talking to her, and all of a sudden I see her starting an Excel sheet. I'm like, all right. So it's cool. You got one friend like that. Mm-hmm. I got another friend. Shout out to you, Peta. You're out there. She could be a doctor. So I got that because, it's hard to get a general doctor.
It's kind of impossible.
Yeah.
And
So-
I have a lot of doctor
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, so I got that lined up, right? Asa, you could bring me a Grammy. So
Well,
that's
good.
my plan with that.
Hey, I just want to add something to Asa that we didn't say. Like, like how you have like your down to earth side and stuff, and how you're
Yeah,
super spiritual, but you're also super fabulous.
Oh, thank
Yeah, you'd be like, I need a picture now.
Right.
I look too good to let this moment pass. Take a goddamn picture.
I think that was our previous episode. Ego.
And you're just like compelled. And you take the picture and you're like, goddamn girl,
Is this not a
you
nice
look
picture?
so fly. And she's like,
I
send
know.
it.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Thank
It's
you.
so true.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So true.
If I could, I don't know. I guess we all got a chance to wrap up on the whole lifestyle thing, and I find it amazing. Once again, what you guys said about
I think
it's-
that was more
Who
who we are,
who you are.
but
Be yourself.
it does really ooze
Be you.
into our lifestyles, and it reflects on that. And I really, like I was saying, I really enjoy meeting people like you, Sibs. The idea of getting to know people, seeing how they are, seeing what makes people tick, it fascinates me.
People fascinate
Yeah,
me.
people fascinate me, and I think it does reflect in my lifestyle. I sometimes I do hate people too. I don't want to see anyone. But when I'm in my social butterfly moment, I'm everywhere talking to everyone, and I really, really, really genuinely enjoy having conversations, honest conversations with people. And usually, I don't really like small talk. Like right away, I want to know what makes a person feel alive.
Right away.
I don't think anybody.
She just, you see, I go slowly with that, right? Because you said I was sensual. Asa, she just cuts, because we're both really deep.
Yeah.
But she just cuts to the chase. She's like, yeah. She's the sensual one. She'll have you all hypnotized. No. Practicality. What makes you tick? Who are you really?
Yeah. What lights your fire?
Yeah, exactly.
Who
Well,
are
that's
you
your
really? I don't want to hear all that. But me too, I get really aggravated with small talk.
I don't think anybody in this room does small talk.
We don't.
Like as a thing.
No.
And if we do,
It's
it's all
wrong.
inside jokes. Really.
Right?
Yeah, it just turned it into like a joke. We're like, okay, we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna have a really sexual conversation with you, but you won't know it.
Oh,
But
I
at the same
love
time,
that.
how are you? Like, I get it. I'm not into small talk either, but I'm just trying to see. It's hard. It's hard to get to, to somebody and just be real right away.
Yeah.
You kind of can't.
You have to kind of slowly make your way, but
Exactly.
But I mean, damn, like it's sometimes it is almost, I don't know, I find it boring sometimes to sit there you meet someone and you're like, right away you can kind of pick up on their depth and what. I want to get to that little
She wants to get to the core.
Exactly, I want to get to the core, but I feel like when we're talking, when we're having small talk, I pick up on a lot of things really fast about someone, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see. Okay, so you're hiding. Okay, so you're hiding behind. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I see right through your mask.
Yeah, I do that.
For anybody that knows Asa up there, she see right through you.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
But I find that the older I get, personally, like, to go with like the no nonsense, I feel that this is getting just more and more present, in the sense that I will not, keep people in my life that it's just
I love
weird,
that about you, though.
Yeah.
or that like
It's one of the things that at first drew me to you. I was like, I love that. She just says it like there's no half-stepping.
No pussyfooting around.
But I really respect that in people.
Yeah.
I don't. Actually, it's one of my pet peeves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. Just, well, you guys all said truth. Tell me the truth.
Yes.
I don't want. First of all, I can't stand liars. But it's like, I like that about you, D. You're just like, okay, this is what it is. I can't. This is what it is. I like that about you.
But I find
very,
that
like,
thank you.
direct. You're very direct.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I find I don't want to like hurt people's feelings.
No,
you know
no.
what I mean? I don't want to do that on purpose.
Yeah,
or,
but like I said, you're classy, so it's like you're not abrasive when you do that. You're not harsh. It's just you're direct and you're honest, and it's like that's what it is.
But it just gets things done, I just find that way, and like as I was saying, the older I get, I think that the more direct I get, and the more like, and it's like you just that small talk, and like sometimes you're gonna meet people and there's this whole like we should keep in touch. It's like, but we're not gonna.
Yeah.
And
Why
that's
are we
fine.
pretending?
And that's fine.
See, I have
got
to learn
a
that other
point.
side of social whatever.
Yeah.
Where it's like I'll play the game, the social game, but it's like I have a really separate list of like who the people in my life are, my inner circle, and then socially completely different. And actually, it'd be really interesting to get people. I've heard interpretations of me by people that just know me socially. It's pretty funny. It's really, really funny. Like I've had people tell me when they knew me just socially, and then they got to know me, they're like, "Oh my God, you're actually really sweet. I thought you were a bitch."
Oh my God.
I'm like, wow, you just really said that to my face? They're like, no, but you're so nice. I thought you were a bitch. But I have to say, like, socially, I'll have these masks and I'll play that game, even like, yeah, I'll see you. Yes, of course, blah, 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 blah. I have to do that.
But it's not about that, I get, but it's just, I don't know.
But that's not how you live your life.
No.
You set it up in a way, right?
That I have to do. Honestly, doing that now is exhausting.
It is exhausting. Pretending is exhausting. It is.
It's just like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. So, yeah.
I had a question that I wanted to ask you guys. In terms of lifestyle and your lives and the way you see it going, is there something that you've always wanted to try and that you've yet to?
A threesome?
Girl, if that's what it is, then
Is demo one for the conversation? No, really, I'm asking. Is there one? No, why we ask you the question?
I don't know. Are we not talking about sex?
Hello. Where is the wine?
Well, it depends on what we're talking about. Like, that's a very broad question, Isa.
I mean, we're talking about lifestyle. Is there anything
No,
in
but
life?
I think we left the lifestyle in the intro.
Did we?
If we're talking about our damn selves.
I'm trying to bring it back.
Girl, that
You left that in the intro.
Sorry, folks. Different direction. That's life.
It's true. That's life.
See, that's how this is actually a very good reflection of the four of us.
We go with the flow,
We
man.
could start off talking about politics, and it's gonna end up in talk about threesome, sex outside, or fruit. I don't know. It depends. We could be exchanging recipes right after. It really depends, people.
Okay, so, but what about you, Isa? Like, let
One
me
thing
flip
that-
that question back
Yeah,
to you.
let you open the floor.
One thing that I've always wanted to try
Top 3.
Top 3. That's good. That's good.
Top 3. That's good.
Of
That's
anything?
Anything.
Anything.
So it could be one could be sex, travel. I don't know.
true. Me, I know that
This lady had to stop it.
I've always wanted to go to Brazil, and I eventually plan on going there. I want to dance the samba in one of those crazy, outfits, like carnival outfits they have on.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know this about you.
I know, but
The
it's so-
truth comes out. Okay, so is that 1 or number 3?
Said 2.
That's just one. Did I say 2?
Oh, that's in Brazil. Okay, so that's
in
the
Brazil.
whole thing. So that's number 1.
Yeah.
Alright, 2 more.
I think I'm not gonna lie. It changes from time to time, but I kind of want to go skydiving. I think
You
I
do.
want to.
You got a date with me. You said it.
I want to go skydiving. I
We
want to
going
try
skydiving.
it. I don't know why, but I feel like it's gonna.
Girl,
do
you
something.
already made that plan with me.
Okay,
so,
great. That's
yeah.
one other thing that it gives you an idea. A third one would be, I guess, to meet the love of my life and I'm gonna leave it up to God to figure that one out. But
Playing the tiniest violin.
that's it. I can't really think of the third one right now.
No, but you know what? I respect
That's
that.
fine.
It's
I
true.
respect
It's
that.
like a
I have a
cheese mountain.
romantic-
No, you know what? Most people think that, and they don't have the guts to say it.
Yes.
And you can't say nothing because you already found him, D. So that don't count. That's why you can sit there and take out violins. You can take out violins because you already found him.
You know what? It's true. It's true.
So
It's
you
true.
know what? I commend you for saying that because a
Thank
lot of
you.
people have that on their wish list
Yes.
and they won't say it,
Yes.
but it's true.
I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. Trust me.
What about you, sis?
Oh boy,
Top 3. Go.
that's so hard on the spot though. 'Cause
Isn't
you know
it?
what? I lived a full life. I can't lie.
You have.
I've lived quite a bit of things. Something I've always wanted to try.
Yeah.
Well, I've skydived before.
You have?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
How was it?
The truth comes
Well,
out.
parachuting. Yeah, parachuting.
Okay, parachuting.
Uh-huh.
There's places I want to travel in the world, definitely.
Where?
Yeah.
Where?
Asia's one of them. I really have a dream to go to Asia.
Do you have
Is
a
there
favorite
like a country? Or?
No, all of Asia. I'd really be interested. I'm very
Nice.
fascinated by the culture.
Yeah.
So that definitely would be on the list of things I'd like to do. Probably some sexual stuff we can get to talk about.
Yes.
I already
wanna
threw
try
my
it.
one on there.
Tune to the next episode of Let's Talk About It. Nighttime
Part
version.
1000.
Nighttime.
Watching tune into her
Cooking
episode
with
of
Sybil at 2 a.m.
Hey, that's the after dark episode. That's not for everybody though. I don't know if the mics are on and the cameras are on. That's not one of my wishes. No.
It will be a film noir.
Yes. Well, I don't know because in film noir there's no sound.
You could switch it up.
We
Sprinkle
can add
some seeds in it.
add some talk in there. Anyway, so tell
Yeah,
us more.
what else?
Tell us more. The sexual
Anything
stuff.
else no. That's my second. It's in there. I can't say it on here. I'm sorry. It's not that type of show.
Alright. Moving
Stay
along.
tuned,
We
dude.
will just pout.
Something else. I think actually publish a book.
I like that.
Yeah, publish a book and actually do everything that I dreamt of doing. Meaning like have a book, be able to paint freely and not worry about other things. Get more into music. And I also want to get married and have kids. That's definitely on there, I'm not gonna lie.
Bam.
Nice.
Thank you for sharing.
And have my magazine.
Yes.
Yes, that's a
Yes.
beauty. I want my publishing company.
And you?
Well, I already said threesome.
Yes.
I
Turn it
wanna,
up.
I wanna write, direct, and star in a super big success musical that's just changing the world.
That's amazing.
What? That's one of the things. And I wanna go to Japan.
Me
Bam.
too.
I wanna go to Japan. No, but I wanna live in Japan.
I could see you
You
there.
know,
With the
A
way you
year
and
or
the
more.
way you and your man are, I could
Yeah.
see you guys living in
I
Japan.
can see it.
I just
Go live in Japan. You guys could go live. It's my dream to go. I could
visit.
y'all see you guys. It's perfect. Let's make this happen, okay?
absolutely.
Let's make this happen. It's your dream, my dream. I'll
All
combine.
dream.
It works.
Let's make it happen.
It works.
Yeah, no, but like, you know, you talked about Asia, and yes, but me, it's really like Japan.
That's
you know,
awesome.
and not just like, you know, Tokyo and all that. I want to go on the small
Me too.
islands.
Me too.
And I find that the culture is fascinating,
Yeah.
and I want to like be in there and you know just
Be immersed.
Yeah.
Exactly. I want to be immersed, and I want to be
Girl, when we
a
doing
little
this?
bit Japanese at the end. You know, just
When are
kind
we
of
doing
get
this?
more. What's that?
What are we doing this?
See, now that I am aware,
Yeah, this is cool. I didn't know this.
you know how I do. Plan this shit out.
It's perfect. See, folks? I know, and it's perfect because she'll look at my budget, and I know that when I'm going, I'm good. I'm good. I'm all right.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, like go in Japan and eat like the best
Oh my
sushis in the
God.
world.
Oh.
Just to call everything about the culture is like, I don't know, it's
It's just
fascinating. And I
exactly.
travel like everywhere but Asia. I don't understand this.
That happens.
And you will, girl.
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah, well, now I got to find a D.
So those are this
We
my
might
top
not
three.
be here next summer.
Oh, we probably will.
Japan.
What about you, Miss Lady Andy?
You had the longest time to think about it.
I did. It was nice to have the opportunity. It was nice to hear because a lot of the stuff that you guys were saying were part of the things that I would like to do.
Oh,
Yes.
I want to have a vineyard with.
I was gonna say that.
Okay, I'm gonna let you say it.
Okay, get for it. I get for it.
Say
Because
it.
that one I want to do.
Yes.
But that's the pièce de résistance.
Yes.
One of which is the most pressing one that I feel like I want to get done soon is travel around Canada and the States and other countries that have railroads through them and just come off at different cities and
By train?
by train. Because by train you get into areas where for a day or two you don't have any connection to the outside world and you can write.
I love it.
You can write and meet people and forge really interesting relationships and then come off and go around in the city for maybe 2 days, 3 days and discover things. And join with friends, like come
Yeah.
along and maybe make some kind of career out of it for a while. Maybe a project that I can sell. I love to shift my home base to all over the world. As in, I love Montreal, so I'd love to stay here for a period of time of the year. Maybe live in Hawaii for another period.
Wow.
Then go and spend the time in Africa for a period of time so I can take care of family and build that and spend 3 months out of the year working out of wherever else it is that I'm going to
I
be.
feel you. Now
That's
that I'm
awesome.
listening to you, I'm like, I didn't say none of my
I didn't say
You're like,
I'm like, I wanted to.
Scratch what I
I
said.
want a penthouse. I want a loft in New York. I want a piata here, and I want a house in Turks and Caicos, and go visit Aunt Miss Lady Andy in Hawaii. We already have plans about this.
We have that, we do, because I'm going to be spending New York with you some of those periods
Yes.
of time. And I really guess I want to have children. I guess I'm just called to have them. But the way my family raised us was we lived wherever we were living. And I don't know how my parents did that. That's flippin' insane. Like, I don't know how they did it, but I like to do that with children. With children and working with kids. Something with children, but free. Like, we're organized. A nanny. A nanny and
AKA Sybil, because that's where she dumped her kids at. She told me that too.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, not even in Hawaii. We talked about this plenty of times.
Yeah, like seriously, like you
I'm
bring
the nanny
up,
for life.
but go to boarding school if you gotta go. But
AKA Sybil's house.
like my mom told me about her situation with my grandfather, where he would take her to school with him when he went back to Nigeria, and he was doing something. He would take her to school, and she actually would be around students during the day. She was little, like 6 years old, and she said she learned so much from that experience.
Yeah.
Being free. And she sort of did that with us when we were kids. She would take us. So I kind of would like to do that. Continue going to school, but bring children into that. But then there's the vineyard, y'all.
Yes.
when we have done what we want to do.
Maybe even earlier.
That means once, I've gone to Japan, I have my magazine.
I want my Grammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've all
Dan
been to a
did-
big production.
Exactly, yes.
And back
Now it's rolling without
VIP.
me.
VIP, visiting her and her man in the mansion.
So then comes the vineyard.
Then comes the vineyard, but champagne, your darlings.
Oh,
Made by two ladies who have drank their way through the champagne valley and now know exactly what they want.
that's so cool.
This is a life, we did our homework all our lives.
We did.
So that's this is actually very truthful.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Lady Andy and I really talked it over.
Mm.
It's actually a lifetime goal.
Yeah.
That's
One
great.
day to own our vineyards for champagne and when we want to get away.
That will be the empire that we will leave behind when we're going.
If there's anything left.
If there's any champagne left,
Probably won't be.
we get caught by the authorities. We're going to be auditing.
Once you're married and you're married, you have the kids, you have the business, and all of a sudden you don't find Miss Lady Andy and Sybil. They're lost somewhere in some vineyard. In their vineyard. And do not bother to go find them.
Don't do
Champagne.
it.
Well, I know
No,
we're.
it's serious though. We
It
actually
is.
it's a
It
serious
really
plan.
is. It is going to be a lot of fun, and it's nothing wrong to dream. I love that we are dreaming about our lives in the future and saying out loud what we want.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say to you all is that there's a big part of all of you that I want to be like. You all very much so inspire me.
Me too.
And aspects of who I want to be, like you were describing me, and there's aspects of who I actually want to be. That is you, Diane. That is you, Sybil. That is you, Asa. And I love that I have that feeling of jealousy inside of me because just by virtue of being around you and being inspired, I know I will have it. So I thank you very much for the example.
Thank you.
Can we cheer to
Thank
that?
you.
so
Yes, and thank you for being my teachers because I've learned a lot from all of you, and I know I will continue to do so.
Absolutely.
And you're wonderful women, and keep being who you are.
And we want to get to know you. Please, you keep being who you are. You please keep being who you are because you're a very special person and you
Thank
have
you.
a lot to offer and share. And there's a lot of love inside of you.
Absolutely. Just as much as there's love inside of y'all listening to us right now. Thank you so much. Seriously.
And thank you for the love, actually.
Thank you for the love. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your likes and your shares.
And now that you got to know us a little bit better,
Let us get to know you exactly.
Please let us know what you want to talk about. Let us know if we said something that pissed you off or that inspired you. We really want to get to know you guys, but in the meantime, enjoy your happy hour. Drink responsibly. I almost forgot that one. Drink responsibly, y'all. And make sure to tune in for the next episode of Let's Talk About It.